today talking about the spools, but the packages finally showed up later on this evening. So we have 2 more bait packages to open up. If you didn't go back and watch, if you didn't watch it, go back and watch it. The spool video talking about this high 10 spool from AliExpress. Very good spool. Does come with the little stiffer spring, dual spring stage thing, which they call the boost. Definitely works. So let's open these packages up and then we'll talk briefly. So I had a couple comments about the quality of these live streams. I got to work on that. I think it's just my Wi-Fi. It could be my phone. Who knows? It could be my phone service. I don't know. We got a boost spool. I got boost mobile. So maybe they don't mix. And I've got the Motorola phone, which I think is a downgrade. I need to upgrade to something different. I tried one out and it works fine, but I just don't know how good it is for actually live streaming videos. So empty package. Let's see what we got behind door number 1. These I'm hoping are good. I've never tried these in any. These are Megabass knockoffs, but I haven't even tried the actual bait that these are knocked off from Megabass. So I got, what did I get? I think I got 2 colors and different sizes is what that's what I got. So let's open these up to see what they look like. What are they, vacuum? I don't know. What did I say? What are they, like sealed? I forget how they even pronounce that. These are supposedly those baits, though, that a lot of guys are talking real highly about. Work very good. If you can tell, that size is about the same size as not much of a difference between these just without a lip from that littlest size one. So definitely 100% BFS on that littler guy. Let's open the bigger one up. Let me see what they call this. They're both sinking. The little one is 59 millimeter, 5.5 grams, and the bigger one is 80 millimeter, 11 gram. Let's just get it out. We'll compare sizes. I think this is called a Karachi or something like that from Megabass. I know Tactical Bassin has been talking about it for probably a couple years now, about how good they do with that. That's not exactly the Megabass color. If you guys remember right, just in the last video, I was talking about how my favorite color is being that Megabass color, similar to that. I know in every bait, I think these are slightly a different name anyway, but even in different baits, they could come in a sort of a matte or dull finish or more of a glossy finish. There's several different names that come close to that, but it's kind of that, almost looks like green dripping down over like a goldish color, and then there's a little kind of bronzish, could be goldish, orangish color. But I got one in each size of that color, and then I don't remember the name of this color, but this was the only other color I thought, well, I can't live without this one just to try, because that color looks like it'd be a pretty good color. Also, if you guys can tell, I sort of have a pattern in some of the colors I like. Those aren't Megabass knockoffs. I don't know what those are knockoff of, but these are. So we got one of each one of those, and Still have, like I mentioned, haven't fished them. I know they're just more of a up, either right on the top or just below the surface, and just kind of almost like a twitch type bait. A little bit of a, not really a rattle, just like a knock, one ball on that one. And yeah, just like a one ball, like a one knocker type thing on those baits. These have a no rattle. One more, and then we'll talk about something else briefly, and then I got to get out of here. Just thought I'd put a quick unboxing since they showed up, and I didn't want to wait until tomorrow or whatever. I wanted to get them open and see what we had. So this is actually, holy Jesus, Mary Mother, what did I order? Oh my God, what is all this? They're not individually wrapped, are they? So we got, in this one package, there's one. Did they just separate? I don't know what they do. I don't know. I thought I only had two different packages coming that were behind. Let's see here. There's 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know what all them littler ones are, but they must be the same. Let's see what this one big one is. I don't know. At this point, it's like Christmas all over again. I'm not even sure what different things, because there's separate ones inside of here. Hang on. What did we get? Okay, these are our chatterbaits. So I knew these were coming. And these are basically, you've seen these before. They're just a couple different color variants of the same one. So give me a minute. I'll open those up and we'll maybe compare them to a couple of my other favorite colors. But what are these? Did I order double? I don't know. Maybe I ordered 2 of everything and they packaged them individually. I can't remember. And that's exactly what it is. Look at this. So I think I ordered 2 colors, and they simply just, for whatever reason, one of each is in its own individual packaging. I don't get that. I don't know what was up. They came from the same store. I think that's a little different color. Hang on, we'll get them all out. Give me a minute here. Slightly different color, I believe. It definitely takes a little while to open and make AliExpress. An AliExpress unboxing takes a little while. So yeah, I ordered, I think it was just, I ordered 2 of the like black and blue, which these have a little more blue than black, with the black blade is why I wanted to get that different color. And then this color is kind of a mixture of brown with a little bit of blue. And I'll probably end up putting gold blades on a couple of those. And then these 2 are the same. And then, so I got, yeah, there's, wait a minute. Yeah, I got 2 of each color, because once you get past $10, I think shipping was free, and these are like $2, $1, I forget. They weren't that crazy expensive. So this color looked a little better in the pictures, from what I remember. I'll have to go back and look. So let's open one of them up. We'll kind of compare it. I'll try to pull out one of my OG ones, see if they're making them the same way, and they should have a good, yeah, good bait keeper on the back, which I kind of prefer the older Z-Man ones, just with the notch, but these are pretty good. The double on the jackhammers are almost too much for some soft plastics. It's like once they go on, if they slide off, there's no wiggle room kind of thing. So the skirt is hand tied. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of this color looking at it in person now. But actually, no, maybe once I match it up to the right, probably just a white Baby Rage Menace. That actually may be a pretty good bait. So that's the same one. I just got two of those, and I believe I got the lightest ones. I shouldn't have any half ounce. They should all be what they call 10 grams or 3/8. So let me open one of those and one of these. That's very weird how the package goes. So yeah, if you can make out almost a little too much blue, but and then this one's kind of that green. This one I may actually peel just a few of the blue strands off, just a couple, not quite half of what's there in blue, just to have one that's a little different. But you can always put, like, one thing about one like this, you've already got some other colors mixed in, so you could put just a green pumpkin, Baby Rage Menace. You could put the whatever that blue color they call this right here. Let me get this one out. Whatever that color is, I forget, the electric blue or something. You could put that on it. If you wanted more blue, you could put a black one on or whatever. Change that up a little bit. Where's my... Let's find an OG. Okay, so here is an OG colored one. Hang on, let me find the one. I know it's in here. Because I thought this one is very similar to it, but the colors are a little different. Okay, here it is, I think. I know. Problems, right, when you have too many baits. That is still not the right one. That one's faded. This is an old worn in one. Give me 1 minute. I wasn't prepared for this. Let me take a little drink. Fireball. And yes, I am drinking Fireball right now. Where's my Chatterbaits? So, in our Chatterbait box here, here's the color. So, anyway, let me get this out. So, the fact that they fade, this color fades fairly quick. This I had been getting for the last year or so, or however long. And then pretty quickly, if you can make out the difference, that orange does start to fade and it becomes more of a natural orange color, in my opinion. And I like it better as it fades. So once you start using it, I think it only gets better. But then I saw this color, and they all have gold blades now. I think the blades, I think all the paint fades, like even from the blade to the everything fades somewhat, even the head slightly. But then this one is a slightly different variation, and I think you can still get this exact variation. Let me get that old nasty one out of the way. So here's what I was getting, and I think you can still get that exact color, maybe not from that same store, but from a different store. I think I can still get that one, but then they've added one. So it just has that orange, which is very close. It's still a little duller than this orange, but it's kind of just on the belly, and then the top is like this. So it just has that extra, almost a green, kind of a lighter color. Hopefully you guys can make those out. And believe it or not, there's times when this one may be getting bit a little more than this one, or times when that one may go. So I actually like that fact. So that's why I got two of those, the black and blue. So yeah, it was I didn't really need a lot. I just want a little variation. So I'm gonna leave those separate for just a minute. I got a couple of that color, a couple of that color. I already have some of the just, they kind of are black and blue, but not really. They're just blue fleck. If you look in there, turn it the right way, it does have flecks of blue, but it's more of just a black chatterbait. And then you can put one of those on the back. Then you basically, that's how you get your true, black and blue. And I have seen the times when that will be the best way to go, or you may even want to put a true black and blue, trailer on, or just a darker color. So I think these into the mix. Now we've got, that may just be too much blue overall. I don't know for sure, but these are so cheap for like under basically a couple bucks. You could always just, tie on your own skirt if you decide to change the colors at any given time. But you got a black head with the black blade. I'll probably sure. I think I already have like 3 or 4. I definitely have a couple of the black and blues. I think this may be an actual half ounce. That's a half ounce one. So yeah, seem like they're pretty legit. I do recommend. These look like they're good. The thing about these, the knockoffs, is they bend the wire. The wire's molded into at the very top, but in the front, that's just bent into that little groove. So I have seen it where you got to watch that, make sure that that is kinked in far enough. And you can bend that out. Where's the one I had from earlier? You can change blades. Yes, you're technically going to slightly weaken it by popping that out just far enough to slide the blade out, swap out blades, and then you basically, I guess I could show you real well. I don't think I have my needle nose close. But basically then you could get that back down and in to where the blade won't fall out, and you can make blade changes that way. That's what I've done on a few of mine. Here and there, periodically, I do that, switch them around. Carry out the trash here. So that's pretty much it. Chatterbait, kind of get a few different colors to try out. And then, of course, these, all of these baits I've been getting almost look too shiny, but it just could be me, and the shiny usually does kind of wear in a little bit, but I'm anxious to get out on the water and actually try these. I'm actually anxious to try the bigger size out. So the little one's definitely BFS for sure. You can throw this on BFS, but you could also, that right there could definitely be thrown on, like we were talking about these, the medium action or anything under that rods. I don't like, those aren't too far from like what the Vision 110 juniors are hook wise. So your rods that like you would throw the smaller jerk baits or the whatever, you could definitely work with these, no problem. Like a 6'10" medium or lighter, no issues. So the littler ones, I would definitely they're going to be more fun, and you're going to be more capable on a BFS rod and reel setup, just like you would for them smaller little baits we unboxed earlier in the week or last week, whenever we unboxed those. So yeah, a few new baits in. None of these were very expensive. You're talking a couple bucks for these. I think these were $3. These weren't. They were definitely under $4, maybe even under $3. Anxious to just try them, see if they get, will work, will catch fish. I know these are tried and true. These are the exact heads and blades of baits we've already fished for several years now. So I know there'll be fish catchers for sure. These, I'm sure they will, as long as they function, as long as they float, basically. Not, don't sink too fast. They'll be good. I'd see that'd be I guess the only way, if they got them weighted to the point where you have to work them too fast to keep them from just wanting to sink down, is maybe where they could be off a little bit. But Most of the Megabass knockoff stuff coming out of AliExpress is pretty good. Nothing's as good as a Megabass bait. If Megabass makes that bait, trust me, they've made it to do and work a certain way, and they're so refined in how they make their baits. Like this bait, it was designed to do what it was in the Megabass. This is a knockoff. It works pretty good, but I found it worked better for me if I cut that little side off of each one to give it more of a, so then I can work it like harder and more erratic. You don't have to. It still will catch them just right at the way it comes from AliExpress. But anyway, if you guys got any questions, like in all the videos, I always recommend just drop them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. Like I mentioned, I don't know how clear this video is coming in or out. A lot of times it'll look like it's perfectly clear on my end other than the focusing issue, but it'll have a slight blur to it if my Wi-Fi, if my connection's not quite great. So as of right now, I mean, I could go get my GoPro and set it to the setting to where it doesn't look like it's weird fisheye crap and record some different things and then basically just upload those right onto my computer, then onto YouTube. But through my phone, I could also record on my phone and then put that through. But I try to do the live streams just because if some of you guys jump on there and have a question right then and there, I'd rather just get it answered then and then explain what's going on then. And a lot of times I talk to Brew Tank or Charles or a lot of you different guys. I haven't heard from Jay since I got back in on the fishing side of things. Jay may be retired from the fishing industry. I don't know, maybe not. But that's kind of why the ease and the fact I can have some conversation back and forth is why I try to do the live streams when I can. And then they just float out as a regular video throughout. What else? I think that's all I had. Yeah, we're still up in the air on if I should get the new Steves or not. I want to, but then again, I don't want to because I don't really. What I want to do is get 4 or 5 or 6 of the AliExpress reels just to try, but that's like $400 basically for 6. Well, 3 something, almost 400 for 6 reels from AliExpress, or I could put a little more money with it and get 1 from Digitaka. Now they compare like. For overall just refinement and how they're made. You can't really touch the high-end Shimano's. There's a couple Shimano's that are made very good, like like this guy. So it's hard to touch that refinement on some of your higher-end Shimano's, your higher-end Daiwa Steves and stuff like that. But I got to admit, the AliExpress boys, them Chinese reels are getting closer and closer up to the Abu Garcia and the Luz and some of these other brands. The Haibo Elite is a pretty good refined reel, and there's a few others out there. There's even got a digital DC reel out there and some other smart ones that I don't want any reel that you got to charge up, just so you guys know. You won't see me with any $1,200 Steves rods, and you won't see me with any reels that take a charger. I might at some point add a DC to try out their new Alden. There's also there's a couple videos out now of the new Shimano reels that are on their way. Daiwa, I don't think has anything planned as far as I know. You've seen it. It's the newest 24 Steves. The boost is out in the Tatula. There are some Salamandura reels from the China thing, but there's not really any new batch of Daiwa reels. But the Shimano's there are. I think there's the DC Aldebaran will be coming out. I want to say there's a new updated version of the Antares. There's a few of them I've seen. I haven't even watched any of those videos for myself. I'm just looking at pop-ups popping up here and there throughout the internet that I've kind of browsed. I try to keep up on a lot of the stuff once I'm back into it to see if I wanted to try anything of that or not try it or whatever. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out, go bass and bonsai. If you got a question on any of this stuff from AliExpress, I can track you down the link to it, but I don't post the links. A lot of you guys are always like, oh, dude, just post the link. I don't do that, especially it changes so much. I'm not sponsored, affiliated with any of those guys. whether it be Tackle Warehouse, any YouTuber on putting out YouTube videos, anybody in China, anybody. I'm not Russia, none of that stuff, right? Just bass and bonsai till I die. Let's go. See you boys later.